Hello. On this week's webinar, I talked briefly about the New York State policy on the rights of employees to express breast milk. This was released by New York State on Monday, June 5th, just this week, in anticipation of the June 7th effective date of the amendments to Labor Law 206C. Now, all employers are required to adopt this policy and to distribute it to all your employees upon hire and annually, and to employees when they return from leave from a birth of a child. One of our participants asked whether you'd have to distribute it to an all-male workplace, and that's a good question. And the answer is yes. The law does not make a distinction based on gender. The law says that it must be distributed to all employees. So technically, to be in compliance, that's what you should do. Others wondered whether it would be acceptable to post it on the internet to meet the annual distribution requirement. And I don't think that would be fully compliant. There needs to be some affirmative act of distributing it, even if it's just sending an email to a link to your intranet. But just posting it out on the intranet in perpetuity, I don't think that would be within the strict letter of the law. One thing you might consider doing it is pairing it with the distribution of your communications about your annual sexual harassment training. So you're already going to be reaching out to your workforce on an annual basis. Just lump this right in there with it. The other thing is you should note that this is not presented as a model policy the same way the state treated its sexual harassment policy, where it was, where employers were told that they could tailor it to their workplace. In this case, the state's expecting you to distribute this particular policy. Now, this particular policy doesn't tell employees what to do in your particular workplace. So you'll want to do some amount of customization. So you got to be careful there. I mean, you need to have all the state's words for the most part, but you're going to want to tell employees what to do, who to contact if they need an accommodation. So a couple ways you can do that. You could keep your existing policy as long as it's compliant, consistent with this one, and just use the state document as an attachment. You also can, create something that has all these state words, but also has additional information. So you can customize by addition, just not subtraction. So that's what I have for you today in terms of this new New York State policy. Of course, all of the labor and employment lawyers here at Bond are available to assist you on this rollout. If you need anything, please contact us. And thank you for listening.